You know, there's nothing like cracking that cellophane and pulling that record out. It just smells great.
Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Non-stop hardcore energy.
I love the show, guys. You're awesome.
Unlike any other.
With your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. The Bodfather.
Man, this stuff rocks.
Ok, esto es Juan Brujo de Brujeria y estás escuchando BODS Mayhem Hour. Así es, cabrones.
The views and opinions of the guests do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of BODS Mayhem Hour, its staff, affiliates, or sponsors. Parental discretion is advised. Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, aka the Bodfather, and as always, I bring you guys and gals awesome interviews. Today it's an honor and a privilege to welcome Brujo of Brujeria, and Brujeria will release their fifth album entitled Esto Es Brujeria on September 15th via Nuclear Blast Records. Also check out current single Mochado that's out right now, and I have Brujo on here to talk about this bad boy. So welcome to the podcast, my friend.
How you doing? ¿Qué tal?
I'm doing good. Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm all right.
Hey, another day, another dollar is all I say, you know.
Hey.
How excited are you to have this upcoming fifth album entitled Esto Es Brujeria getting ready to release for you guys? How excited are you all to have this another album out?
It's good. We got going there with in 2016 coming back after a long wait, and now we're still in the mood to put out records.
Did the album turn out exactly the way you guys wanted it to?
Well, with COVID, it was kind of like, we had to change, deal with stuff, the tracks going back and forth online and stuff like, it's not exactly what we wanted, but it worked out pretty good, I think.
How difficult was that, Brujo, to have those tracks in your back pocket, couldn't tour, couldn't do anything with it, and now it's finally seeing the light of day? Was it a little frustrating for you guys?
Oh yeah. You got them ready, and then you just have to wait. And then the label takes 6-7 months to put it out. It's about time. It feels good that it's close down.
I even said this during the pandemic, interviewing these bands. Even today, like, are we actually going to see some of these songs and albums that they have recorded even put out today? Their mind frame could be in a different world right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it was scary for a while.
Would you say this album is more heavier and brutal than the previous album, possibly, or no?
It's different. It's more, for the musicians, it's more cleaned up and tight as compared to our older recordings from the 90s, which are really brutal, and thrashy. So this one's different. It's the first one that's really sounds good, and for the music wise and everything. Vocals are still crazy, but it's probably one of the best ones so far.
So let me ask you this, and I know you guys have been doing this for a very long time. I know 5 albums seems like not much, but in the music world, that's a lot, honestly, in these days. Do you think that you guys have hit your stride musically after this fifth album, or still scratching that surface?
This one's different. This one was like, everybody really tried hard to get the music, something new and down, as compared to our other ones that are really raw and crazy. This one's a good one. It's a good one. It's interesting to see how people take it.
Did you guys add anything differently on this album musically than what fans are going to be accustomed to hearing from Brujeria?
Yeah, there's been 1 or 2 songs that has extra like horns in one of them, and like a big kettle drum type thing in another one, and little orchestra thing going on there. Nothing big, just like small parts like that, just to give a little little Mexican flavor to it.
How's the fans' feedback been on the release of this new single Mochado? What are you seeing back, man? It still fuels that fire so far.
Well, there's some that can't wait to get it, and there's some that saying, the first records were better. The ones that were recorded in 2 or 3 days. Just written and recorded on the same day. So it's a mix. But still, like it or not, people are still checking it out.
What led the track Mochado to be this first song released off this album? And what was it about this song that you guys said that's going to be the first one to go out for us?
Mochado is about getting your drugs cut, buying cut drugs and and it has a good intro. If you see the video, you'll see what the intro is about. And it's just a good laugh. It's a good, take back for us. And it's a good song, too. Nice, fast-pounding song that really works for us.
Do you feel this album had to come out swinging for this band after the pandemic and everything that everybody's been through, or no?
We don't think of it like that. Like it, it has to come out swinging. It comes out swinging anyways. Like once the pandemic left, it's let's start over and let's move quick and let's go.
How crucial, Brujo, is it to stay true to your musical roots and your heritage in these albums?
It's all about that. It's all telling stories in Spanish about what happens to Mexicans in Latins everywhere and stuff. There's a lot of they're all like true stories. These songs, so it's like a lot of people could relate to them really quick. Like similar things happening to them, like crossing the border, and things like that they could relate to and stuff. So it for the heritage and all that, it's totally about that, because these stories, if you're Mexican, you're going to know what these stories are about, and it hits them, it hits them pretty good. I mean, there'll be a song or two that hits them that they know exactly what we're singing about. So that's always been the goal.
Brujeria was never meant to be a touring band, but now looking back on it, Brujo, how good is it to be with this band and touring some on it?
I love it. It was never meant to tour because everybody had different commitments and stuff with other bands, and so ours was just a side project thing. But everybody who joined the side project later on got big and famous in their other bands. So there was no way to do touring because they were busy with their other bands until I think 2002 we started doing some tours and stuff when members got freed up, and it went well. The reactions were great, and it's still going strong. I love to do it. So we're getting, making up for lost time, let's say now, rather than doing it before. Because we sold all our records without touring at all, or no interviews, no nothing. Just put itself out, and it took care of itself. So, and now touring is the fun part, I think, is playing shows in Spanish it's really something different.
So do you think that there should be more albums than just 5 right now in the Brujeria music library, or you just right on par?
Well, what happened was other bands tried to do this type of music in Spanish, and it just doesn't work for them. They try to copy it and this and that, and there's been no good imitation of it, or good anybody that can. I can't think of any bands that could do what we do in the scale we do. I'm trying to be nice. It's really we cornered the market, I think, and no one's been able to follow us and get this big. And I don't know what to say, but
what's the nucleus that keeps this group moving right along and creating Brujeria's music? Man, what's that nucleus for you guys?
It's just that we have fun doing it. We write the music and then I put lyrics to it, and the lyrics make the guys laugh. Then it's a winner. It has some shock and some fun in it. Then we know it's going to work. And the guys in the band love it because there's like I said, there's nobody out there doing it in Spanish, and all the members know Spanish. They hear the stuff we're doing and what it's about, and it gives them a kick to go out there and play it live and stuff. So it's really all about having fun together.
Was there a track for this album that totally ended up sounding different than what it was intended to when it was first brought to the table?
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe the Perdido en el Espacio, Lost in Space riff. That one just came out funky, weird. Got a robot in there, going crazy. The old Lost in Space. If you're old enough to know that one,
I do.
But that one's people are getting their minds blown with that one.
Any tracks standing out more to you than any right now on this album? I know these are your babies, but are there any that stands out for you personally? Oh,
all right. Each song is like I said, a story, and some are personal stories, others like people we know stories, but they all relate. I get them all. It's like I don't tell stories I don't like, and so all these are all the Brujeria songs are like stories I like.
Brujo, has there been a song that you've been writing on that pushed you to your limits, that you had to back away and say, well, I got to step back for a minute because this is getting too attached to me, too emotional, possibly?
No, I like them all, and I have no problem doing them. And Yeah, no, there's no regrets anywhere. Just they come out and that's what they are, and these no regrets. They love them all.
Any songs that did not make this album we can see on another album, EP, or just a standalone single down the road from Brujeria?
Well, the ones that aren't on here are the Trump singles that we did a couple of singles about my friend Donald Trump, and those aren't on here. One reason it was that we put them out, and then a couple of months after we put them out, I got a knock on the door from the Secret Service with the wearing bulletproof vests and guns, wanting to have a little chat about me about these Trump singles that we did, and so I don't want to get in any trouble, like government trouble, like Secret Service and all that shit.
Yeah.
So we left those off this one, but the singles went out, and then I got a little visit, so he knows who I am, and yeah, actually I like that. He knows who I am. That's good. I got his attention.
That's insane.
I mean, believe it or not, we did a Pete Wilson song in the '90s when he was governor of California and going to run for president. Mm-hmm. And the intro, we kill him, and I go, shit, this one's really going to do us in. And nothing happened. Nothing. I was waiting, like, well, I'm waiting for any day them to come to the door and take me away, and nothing happened. So we did these Trump ones, thinking, it's the same thing. Nothing's going to happen. And boy, it happened.
Jesus, I mean, just sitting there and all of a sudden knock at your door. And
there's guys with guns and bulletproof vests. I'm like, oh man.
It's like of all the things that you cry about, and you go to somebody else, over that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why?
I got to give Trump credit. I mean, he follows up on that stuff, and all right, I understand. I'll leave it alone, but it was scary at the same time, very impressive. I was, would finish that one. It's like, you know what, guys, take me away, arrest me, and take me away, and make me famous, make me rich and famous. I'll be on CNN tonight. And that's when the whole thing just said, oh, okay. The whole thing is wrapped up right there. I've been waiting for this. This is the angle I wanted. Go make me rich and famous, and that was the end of it.
That's crazy that they blast you for that, but yet Guar's up on stage and putting him through a grinder. You know what I mean? It's like,
they better be careful. Yeah.
So is the track listing placement important for your album or EP releases for Brujeria?
This one, no. This one, we just, whatever sounds good here, there, slapped it together. It didn't. The prior one, some of them had some order significance, but this one is just, what sounds good here, what sounds good next, and yeah, I think it came out pretty good.
Is it a collaborative effort, Brujo, or does one person usually take the lead for writing?
Well, it's like the musician guys do the music, and then I put the lyrics on. And once it gets to the lyrics, it's all me doing it, and getting all the parts, because we have like 3-4 singers sometimes, and a girl singer even. And get them in on some of the songs and stuff. It's work, but I think it gets done right with all the different singers, different voices coming at you.
It's a buffet of music, man. You got to have that different flavor and different people singing.
Yeah. If I sang it all in Spanish, you'd be bored halfway. So we got different singers, and the girl track is really good. Yeah, I think that's the next. You're going to hear that one soon.
What's the growth musically you've seen from yourselves working on this new album that impresses you the most, if anything, possibly?
There's no planning in it, and there's no, set things that we need out of it. We just comes together. We just do it, and it is what it is. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the old records. We just went to the studio and wrote the songs in the studio and recorded them right there, and doing like 3 or 4 days, the whole album's done. And it sounds that way. I mean, they're really rough and raw, but the crazy sounding thing made it work. We're saying these are Mexican drug cartel band. It all came together nice. And so, like I said, there's no expectations or plans or or things like that with these songs. They just are what they are.
The album artwork was created by Gary Ronaldson. How was working with him on this, and did he get exactly what you all were looking for?
Yeah, he did it right. We had an Aztec god stone, pick for the cover, and we added our Coco Loco, our mascot head to it, and he did the rest. It came out nice. We want to stay away from the gore stuff, like we've done that, been there, done that, and everybody's doing it now. So it's like we don't want to come out with something like that. But this Aztec God thing with our mascot's head on there is perfect.
If you could write an album equivalent to your favorite band's album, which album would that be possibly?
It would be anything from the Dead Kennedys, and it's pretty much I do as much as I can, like storytelling and stuff as the Dead Kennedys would. That by far that's been my favorite for a long time.
Dude, thank you for mentioning the OGs of punk rock. Thank you.
Right? Yeah, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've done this for years, and several times the Dead Kennedys have been mentioned on. My God, their music is just unbelievable.
I met Jello once when we were putting out our singles with the Alternative Tentacles, and turns out I saw some interviews later that I say that Dead Kennedys are my favorite band, and I see Jello saying Brujeria is his favorite band. So that really hit home. That was like one of the things I never expected I would hear, but yeah, he's out there saying Brujeria is my favorite, the hardcore, whatever, blah blah blah.
I think that's amazing, man, because you see two different styles of music, and they're each other's favorite band. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's beautiful.
It's amazing, and it's different, like Spanish, English, punk, and metal, but the way we tell the stories is the same. Like he'll tell a story, he'll go on rambling on, and that's the way I do it in Spanish. They could tell the story. My subjects are a little bit heavier, but it's the same way he writes, I write, telling the stories, and that I love that.
All right, Brujo, what's been your most memorable show that Brujeria has been a part of that you still cannot believe to this day that they were?
Oh boy, there's a lot of them.
Okay.
There's on one end of it, we were in Brazil, and Jeff Walker was playing bass for us then, and somebody jumped up and took his cowboy hat and jumped off and took off and stole it. And he got pissed. We stopped the show and blah, blah, blah. And then a couple minutes later, some guy went on stage and pulled out a gun saying, "We're going to kill the guy who took it. Give the hat back now or we'll kill you." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "What gang is that guy from?" I go, he's an undercover cop. He's an undercover cop threatening there. "We're going to kill you. We're going to kill you if you don't bring back the hat." That was like, okay, I'm scarred. He's up there with a gun trying to get the hat back. And then the other end of it, oh God, I don't know what would be the other end. Some big festival in Europe that we played, maybe Hellfest, one of the first ones that we did. I couldn't believe there was like 50, 60,000 people in front of us singing our songs. Yeah, I got to go with the Hellfest ones. I think it was the first one was in, I can't remember the date, 09, 11, I don't know, somewhere around there.
If you could be a member in an iconic band and play one of their legendary shows, which band would it be and what show would it be possible?
Oh, it's the Dead Kennedys. It's the Dead Kennedys, and which show would it be? God, it's hard to remember back then. Maybe like the Whiskey in Hollywood, a small show like that, where it's just nuts. That's the one that would have to be it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Brujeria will release their fifth album entitled Esto Es Brujeria on September 15th via Nuclear Blast Records. You want to get out and pick this up and pick up their older stuff too. Brujo, how can folks stay in touch with you guys and buy this new album, Everything Under the Sun for Brujeria? How can they do that, good sir?
The websites and the medias and stuff. I do the Facebook directly, so if you go to Brujeria Facebook, you might get a hold of me.
I will have all these links also in the description in this interview when it posts, so that way nobody can say, "I don't know where to go get this." It's right there. If you just click more under the description, it's like, bam, it's right there.
Yeah, no, it's available. It's out there soon.
The ways of the internet.
Right.
My friend, before I let you go, would you care to do a promo for my show?
Okay, esto es Juan Brujo de Brujeria. Estás escuchando BODS Mayhem Hour. Así es, cabrones.
Everybody stick around. We got some great stuff coming up. You only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour. Please get out and check out our Facebook page. It has our podcast link and our YouTube link that you definitely want to go subscribe to if you like what I'm doing. And I hope you guys and gals do. And also, please check out the Brujeria. Grab their new fifth album. It comes out September 15th. Esto Es Brujeria on Nuclear Blast Records. You won't be disappointed.
Así es.
Brujo, thank you so much, my friend.
Gracias a usted.
listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.